Hello, everyone. Welcome into more Ticket to Ride here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt, and we are back with the mega expansion with Europe that I am loving. Loving playing this right now. I'm still getting kind of the hang of all the tickets and everything. So, what are our big tickets here? We got Pamplona to Kiev, which I think I like given what I see elsewhere, because we got Barcelona to Brussels, and then this is interesting, Madrid to Angora, a 21-point route that is not one of the blue ones. Oh, that's interesting. So we have a lot of really fun. So we're definitely not doing Warsaw to but so Pamplona to Kiev, Barcelona to Brussels. I'm going for it here, and I'm going for it here. I think the one I'm going to not do, I'm not going to do Paris to Vienna. We are just going to focus on all of this. So I believe that my first order of business is to go Berlin to Frankfurt and Frankfurt into Brussels, because this France-Germany area often gets the most traffic. And then, kind of course, getting Warsaw to Kiev and then Warsaw to Berlin, I think is going to be good. We want to watch down in here in Spain, but we'll be okay, I think, depending on, because we don't need to go down the middle. We need to go over to Barcelona, and and a lot of these are double routes as well, so that'll help us out as well. So blue is definitely what I want to prioritize. I suppose black and red could also be something that I would like, but I'm definitely going to go blue, because I really want to get Brussels to Frankfurt. So hope everyone's having a good day, enjoying a little variety. I know I've been parking on the USA mega expansion, but that's partly because I love it. And it's not going away, for those of you that are loving it. Got some really fun things coming down the pipeline on the channel. Hopefully some collaborations coming down the road. Been talking with some people. Okay. So I like that there's going to be a blue here. So anyway, subscribe and stay tuned, because there's going to be lots of fun stuff on the channel here. And if nothing else, there's going to be fun Ticket to Ride and possibly other board games. I've talked about this on the channel before, that one of the reasons why I kind of park on Ticket to Ride and, sprinkle in a couple other games is there's a lot of really great games on Board Game Arena, but they all don't have players that are active. And so, yeah, you can, start a lobby, but you're going to be waiting forever. And I don't know about you, but I don't just have hours and hours and hours to just sit online waiting for people to play one board game. So, Ticket to Ride, obviously, is one of the more popular ones. So, tends to get a lot of people. But, yeah, so hoping to find some ways to showcase more stuff for you on the channel. Ooh, stretch. Been a long day. Okay, so I like this, and I like pink as well. I really don't want to use a wild yet, but also I kind of do. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too ultra aggressive, especially for a double route. I guess I'd rather have the pink. And I guess I do need yellow, so I might as well take it. So we see blue has played. We have not seen red or green play, which is very interesting, especially given that both me and blue have played in a very high traffic area. Usually that will elicit a response. I guess green would have also been okay. Interesting. So... Ooh. Oh my gosh. Blue, I'm so sorry. Man, that's the second person that I've seen, like, within a week that got a 3 extra. Holy cats. Okay. I don't know if it was correct to spend the wild here, but wild there. But my thought process was this: I don't want to dink around where, you know, red grabs that and then blue comes through this way, and then it just I don't want to deal with it. I would much rather get Brussels all the way to Warsaw, and now, I mean, I definitely want to get Warsaw to Kiev, but I'm a little less concerned about this middle area, and I can now start working south towards Madrid. And then I probably want to go out of Kiev down to Bucharest, Constantinople, and Angora. I don't know if I'm spreading myself too thin here. Based on my playthroughs, I've been doing some practice rounds and kind of experimenting a little bit off camera, partly to be more well-versed in the channel, and partly because there's sometimes where I literally can't record. Just, you know, the people in my house are all sleeping or whatever, but I still want to play Ticket to Ride, so I'll just play Ticket to Ride. Okay, so we see blue kind of head towards the Italy area. I will probably grab a Brussels to Paris here, and then probably also grab Madrid to Barcelona. And then we can kind of go back to a little more drawing. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I wanted to not have happen, where I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta grab this now. That's the first thing that green has played. That's interesting that green waited that long. Maybe they didn't have a choice, maybe they didn't have the cards, but it's a pretty big risk. So this is why I didn't want to have to try to get into Vienna, because yeah, this is exactly why I was like, nope, not for me. Now this does mean that I might want to, still gonna do this, I might want to try. Angora is you have to watch, because it only has 3 routes in and out. And so, especially if I want to nab into Constantinople, I need to kind of do that sooner rather than later. Or I'm going to have to, you know, do stations or other stuff like that, which is fine. But stations to me are more of a, they're there if I need them, but I'm not going to necessarily go on a plan of like, I'll just play a station there. I'm going to plan to do the route. All right, so green comes this way. We'll see where green's going here. All right, so blue goes all the way down there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of white, because I really don't need any white for anything. And so I want to grab the yellow because of Constantinople to Bucharest. And that's interesting. That could go bad. I like having kind of 1 extra if I'm doing a tunnel. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and then I'll just grab 1 off the top. Orange is probably what I would have taken anyway. So I think this turn now I go Angora to Constantinople. And hope I don't get as unlucky as blue got. White. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind doing the 1 extra card. Excellent. Okay, so now I've at least got my final, like I've got that destination hooked up. And the nice thing about going from Warsaw to Kiev and Kiev to Bucharest is it's wild, and there's no tunnels. And so, I can kind of look at, okay, I can grab these 2 oranges and create the... Yeah, this is nice, because now I probably grab Warsaw into Kiev. Yeah, the nice thing about that I've found with this is that it's just this game can be a slower pace, and so you do have more time to kind of, I don't know, do some fun stuff, like take stuff that's all over the map and things like that, because you aren't constrained by, oh my gosh, someone might play something ridiculous and end the game. I know I said I was going to grab Warsaw to Kiev. It looks like green is going to hook up Vienna to Warsaw and not do as much of this Kiev stuff. Famous last words, but we end up not getting burned for it, so that's fine. And we also grab 3 green, which we need to get into Pamplona from Paris. Don't know whether I'm saying that right, but I felt like I sounded really cool while saying it. So I'm probably good just going off the top here. Ooh, I love a yellow there. Because now I can go Bucharest to Constantinople. That's really nice. Okay, that's what I thought green was going to do. Now, green must need to hook up Vienna for some reason. So yeah, I'm okay doing this. Okay. Wonder if green or red is coming through Sofia. Okay. So blue has kind of not done much since playing through France and down into Italy and then grabbing Athens into Smyrna. Most likely because... Oh, interesting. So, I think, again, I'm okay spending the wild here. I don't want any funny business to happen there. And now I have 3 different ways I can hook up my train. And so I'm going to prefer to go the route of 2 just because there's no color involved in it. And then I'm also looking for a thing of 4, which probably means, well, I guess, and I could take the red, but I also could just grab stuff off the top. And yeah, then if I hit a red and this is still here, yeah, I mean, I just need a bunch of stuff is really the main part of this story here. And I also would not mind drawing tickets again soon because I don't want to do it before I have kind of a good set of cards here, but I'm liking, our position here. We got a good foothold in France. We're good through the middle of the map. We got a gateway into Russia if we need it. We're down in the Turkey area. Really, the only thing that I would say we're really not tapped into is kind of the Venice, Italy definitely, this like southern Italy we aren't going to try to get into, and even, kind of this Venice and that area, I'm like, we can just kind of skip it. But otherwise, we're very well plugged into this board. All the way over to Sochi. So, really the question becomes, is when do we want to draw? I mean, probably just now? What's stopping us from doing it right now? Okay, well, Essen to Kiev is pretty nice. And we have 2 ways of getting into Essen. feel like getting into London is just going to be a pain in the butt for 3 points, and then obviously not doing this one. I'm already in Kiev, and I'm already 1 route away from Berlin, so... Or from Essen. I'm in Berlin. Very nice. Very nice. Especially if these 2 greens stay. Very nice. Yeah. And now my decision looks even better because, you know, Oh, what a great decision not to do that. The juice just wasn't worth the squeeze for me. 3 points, and I was going to have to get a bunch of wilds, and it just, nah. And then this might happen, so now we should have smooth sailing right into Essen. I mean, I could roll the dice for that red, but I probably don't. Yeah, I don't do that. Well, maybe I do. People really don't... I mean, green is the only one that has, like, cards. Yeah, what the heck? What could possibly go wrong? And we get a pair. That's really nice. So yeah, green would be the only one that I would worry about getting into Essen before me. I don't think blue would do that. Love seeing people take 1 destination. Never want to see people take multiple. Great. Great, 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 great. So let's do this. There's another 10 points. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab Kiev to Bucharest. I could roll the dice and like go Pamplona to Barcelona, but why? I don't see a reason why I would do that at this point of the game. Well, I'll just wait till I can get another pink and then try it. I suppose I should be careful that blue doesn't do that, like needing to get into Barcelona, because then I will need either black or white to do it. So maybe I need to be a little more aggressive than I'm stating, but I don't know. I don't know. I also don't just want to... I don't want to waste a turn. All right, so blue places a station. All right, well, I don't mind grabbing some yellow here. Of course, had I gone off the top, I would have grabbed a pink, but no matter. This gives us some options moving forward. Well, boo to that. Boo to that. Ugh. Would have liked that board to stay. I could also grab the 2 black, because I have black. Alright, so blue is choosing more destination tickets. Okay. I think that what I would like to do is grab these 2 black. Because now I have some options, and we'll see kind of what the board looks like here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, I like this plan. Great. Great, great, great. That is all the tickets that I currently have in my hand. So now we can draw, and we still got a little bit of time to do something if need be. And this is also where we can look at deploying our stations if need be, if it's going to be lots of points. Green is certainly drawing a lot of tickets, which makes sense to where they're at on the board. I suppose I should have maybe used yellow here, but because, you know, if I need to get into Erzurum, that was definitely the correct pronunciation of that place. So, all these kind of stink. So what do I need to get into London here? Like, what do I really need to do to get into London? I mean, I don't really need to do that much. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but, I mean, we can do it. I mean, that was the best option, I think. I didn't really want to try to get into... I mean, I guess I could have put a station into Marseille. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think really any of those were fantastic options. Okay, so there is my wild that I could use to get into London. And then I could just play a station in Paris. Yeah, I think I'm okay doing this. And then we'll see if some green appears. But if not, then we'll just throw a station down. But I probably am okay drawing one more time. Maybe seeing if we can get something a little bit better. Interesting that into Copenhagen and Stockholm is Scandinavia. No trains going there. Sorry, people of Scandinavia in this universe. No trains coming to you. Okay. Yeah, I feel okay drawing. Drawing again. Ooh. I heard about this ticket. And I'm definitely doing it. 100% doing it. 100% doing it. Because there's a couple ways that we can hook it up. And yeah, I would love if I could get these red here. Ooh. Ooh-wee. Now, we haven't completed it yet, but ooh-wee, that's nice. Ooh, I like that there's these high-value tickets here. I like this. I heard rumors in my comments section about this 25-point ticket. And I love it. I probably just use the station here. I probably don't even bother trying to. I was going to say, like, okay, let's say I hit, if there was black and pink on board, I maybe could look to go, you know, around. But at this point of the game, put it this way, I need to complete this 25-point ticket. The downside always of taking a ticket of this magnitude is if you don't hit it, you basically lose. And so if you're really not absolutely sure that you can hit it, it's really a bad idea to take it. So like part of me is like, oh, there's another red here, and look, it would only take me a couple more, and I could. That's going to take me a bunch more turns. Green is getting to a point where they're drawing kind of to be done. Maybe it is incorrect of me to just kind of resign to the station, so to speak. But at this point, I'm okay. And I think I can just do the 2 stations, to be honest with you. I'm not seeing any green. Yeah. And it looks like people are using the stations here, so. All right, so I'm happy to use a yellow to go here. Yes, yes. You love to see it. Boom. Really, more destination tickets. Interesting that green clearly does not feel good about where they're at. That's one thing that I haven't got quite with this. Yeah, so let's use black. I'm going to confirm the station there. So now I have completed that route. One extra card there. Ooh, does not take it. More destination tickets for green. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I probably just want to be done with this game at this point, especially because I have a lot of big tickets. Because I got an 18-pointer, a 10-pointer, 13, 21, 8, and then these two are 25 and 7. Yeah, I think we just kind of want to be done with this. So what's the best way to end this? Probably taking a couple pairs. And like, I mean, what? I need pairs of things? Where can I use these pairs? I can just grab stuff. I guess do I anything? This map does not have a lot of great, like, wasting more destination tickets? My goodness, man. This map doesn't have any great, like, hey, let's just waste a bunch of trains on, because, like, some we need wilds, and I mean, what would be great is if I could get 4 of something, but as of right now, I don't want to just draw and draw and draw for forever and ever. I will grab this red, and yeah, sure, I'll grab this pink. Why not? Ah, okay, I see you, red. Yeah, I that's fine. I'm cool with that. Okay, green grabs that. That's fine. I'm gonna grab Budapest to Sarajevo because I have 3 pink. Whee! A lot of stations. Everybody uses a station. Me and blue using 2 stations. I think red was pretty much in the, like, I'm good. Let's grab 21 points and get out of here, which, you know, not the worst strategy. All right, let's see how many points we're looking here. Okay, so red has some good tickets. Nothing huge. Okay, so what did they miss out on? Well, they missed out on 2 things. So 2 small ones they missed out on. So that's okay. Probably in this game, yeah. So yeah, ooh, green had some good stuff too. So green had a lot of good stuff through the middle. So do we have enough juice to beat him? What did blue have? Blue had free reign of this kind of bottom area. Not much competition down there. All right, let's see how we do. But blue is overtaking green for most points right now. There's that. Ooh-wee. Alrighty. Turns out that getting that 25-point ticket's really good. Oh, and we had longest train. Ooh. Didn't even mean to do that. All right, look at that. Okay, well, you know what? I apologize because I don't remember who was in the comments, but whoever said that 25-point ticket feels good, it does. It does feel very good. That 25-point ticket did feel great. That did feel good. Okay, let's look at some stats here. So, I mean, yeah. 102 with completed destinations. That's great. Interesting that the person in the second, that was green, lost but only 7 points. Interesting that actually, hey, yeah, give me 1 sec. That'll be in the next video. Did I say sec, please? Okay, great. I didn't realize I could launch a video chat on Board Game Arena. That was almost fun. I worried that I had typed sex instead of sec. Anyway, So I collected second most cards, which kind of that down the road was kind of clunky a little bit. Completed destinations, lots of complete destinations, 6 draw actions from green, only 3 from me. But because I drew bigger tickets, that wasn't as big of a deal. The continuous path had a really good continuous path, beat it by 1, 2 built stations, lots of stations. And then, again, we kept more additional train cards. Interesting that we kept less than 3rd place, but, again, we had higher stuff. So, all right, well, awesome. Well, hey, again, enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, join our little community, and we'll see you next time!